In this episode, Dr. Whitney Terrell shares how sports, conservation, and a non-traditional path led her exactly where she was meant to be.
First of all, I got to tell you, I really love your content. You're hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
And as I said before, your ability to lip sync.
Oh.
That's a second career for you.
Oh,
I got to
thank
tell
you.
you.
Thank you. I love music. I love shows and everything. So I'm very nerdy. So that's where it all stems from, is just being nerdy. And I'm not afraid to make fun of myself and just like be stupid on camera.
No, that's true. I think that's a gift. Well, let's talk about you. So, what got you into vet med, and then why did you start doing all the social media posting?
Yeah, so vet med itself, I mean, I've grown up with a family who has always had animals. My dad had beef cattle. I'm also from a very big hunting family, which may surprise people, but that actually played a really big role in why I went into vet school. And I remember my essay that I wrote for applications and stuff. One of the biggest things that I talked about was how sports led me to be the person I am, and hunting and my hunting family led me to the passion for and knowing the importance of conservation and just respecting wildlife and respecting animals, because especially my dad's family were really, really poor and they hunted to survive. And so it was just, it's crazy just thinking about that and then seeing kind of where we are now. But yeah, so that kind of grew my passion for animals and learning about animals and science. And I mean, that's how I learned about the body organs of a deer. So it's not, I guess, a traditional way for a lot of people. So I always had this passion for animals, always loved science, had a little area of my life where I thought I was going to go into more of like a criminal justice detective type thing in college, because I was really big into the shows. I was the NCIS, the FBI, all Law and Order, all that stuff. And then it was just like one day, I don't know, it's like, oh, well, you're gonna go to vet school. And I'm like, yeah. And it's so funny because now, especially in my job as a general practitioner, I am a detective. Like, that's literally part of our job, is, trying to use the clues, use the clinical signs to work out why is this happening? Why is the pet sick? Why does it not feel good? Why is it itchy, et cetera, et cetera. And so I think it's funny because I kind of found a passion that I didn't really know I thought I might have wanted to go into, but really it's part of this other passion that I have, which was so much bigger and grander.
That's interesting, because I got to be honest with you, 98% of the people I talk to have always wanted to be a vet. And there's a surgeon I know, he's got a video of himself at the age of 3, his mom videoed him wanting to be a vet.
Oh yeah.
But me and you are kind of in the same role. We decided on the profession at a
Well, I will say that it was initially when I was younger, I mean, gosh, I tortured my animals, dressing them up and doctoring them and stuff. So I feel like that was initially when I was younger, and then kind of those teenage years and the younger college years, that's where, you're exploring, you're trying new things, you're thinking, okay, maybe that's not it. We'll do something else. And then it just, what are you doing? You know what you want to do. You know what this is what you're meant to be. And I really do truly feel that. It's not a job for me. It's what I was meant to do.
That is awesome. I want to go back to sports. So what sports did you play?
I played everything that I could, honestly, in high school. I played volleyball, basketball, and softball.
Wow.
We didn't have tennis until later. I didn't try out for the team. I tried it just having fun later. Was awful at that. And that was the one, because it's such a different swing than I was used to, and that will infuriate a person like me. And so I pretty much we had golf, but that wasn't a thing for me either. But yeah, basketball, volleyball, and softball. I played volleyball my first 2 years in college. state champs back to back.
Wow. Congrats.
Yeah, and then I transferred to the University of Alabama. That's where I did my biology degree, and then from there went to vet school in Dublin, Ireland.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And then how did ownership come to play?
So I've always had it in my mind that I wanted to own my own business, that I wanted to run, because I'm a little bit of a control freak. And I like to do things a certain way and have, a culture that is encouraging and that is fun, exciting. I often say in a lot of my posts that being professional does not mean, or does not have to mean, boring. And I truly believe that, because I know friends or colleagues that, even like knowing them either before they became whatever they are now, or knowing them outside of that job, they're completely different people. And I never wanted to be like that. I want to be myself, who you see today or on the screen, whether it's TikTok or Instagram or whatever, or if you're in my practice, this is the same person. Now, granted, I might be a little bit more open and stuff, or not as open maybe about some things with my clients. Definitely maybe a little bit more toned down, so I don't scare them off. But no, I think that you should love what you do, and I've told my coworkers and stuff that I want them to want to come to work, and I want them to enjoy what they do. So we're all gonna have days we don't want to be here. I have days that I don't want to go to work. So, but I want you to love it so much that you do look forward to helping animals, and you do look forward to talking to those clients. And so I always knew that was the type of culture I wanted to create. And I had left my practice, my first job, and did relief for a little while, and then I had actually externed at the practice that I'm currently at now when I was in vet school, and so I'd already had those relationships formed, and so I just kept talking to him, and the older vet was going to be retaring.
Perfect timing.
And so I was just like, look, when you're ready, let's phase in. And so we did, and then my current partner now, I talked to him, I was like, look, I really want the opportunity to buy in, can we have a deal in our contract that after so many years, if that option's there, let's do it. And so we did, and it's been great. I love it. It's stressful, but me and my partner have a good relationship. He knows that I'm honestly probably more business savvy than he is. So I do a lot of the inventory, buying stuff, which I'm really trying to get out of, because
that's a pain in the butt, man.
It is.
It's a job in itself.
Oh, it is. And then just dealing with accountants and stuff like that, we're trying to get all that situated. The business side of it's no joke, and honestly, I need to clone myself, so one person could do the business side, or just have a day that's just for that. But no, we're just going with the flow. We're winging it.
If this podcast resonated with you, share it with a colleague, student, or someone who needs to hear that they're not alone in this profession. You can find Dr. Whitney Terrell on social media, and trust me, her content will make you laugh and think at the same time. As always, thanks for listening. Thanks for what you do for pets and people, and I'll see you in the next conversation.